Good evening and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We're back again. Like I said, we'll try and do what we can, as much as we can here and there. There are some things that I want to really talk about. This topic here is about self-determination. For Yoruba Nation, for Biafra Nation, Middle Belt, but obviously for the purposes of the broadcast this evening, I'm going to focus solely on Yoruba Nation, and that would whatever I say about Yoruba Nation equally applies to Biafra and Middle Belt. But you can see the flag behind me; it's for Yoruba Nation, and we need to go for that. I will try and see if I can do this in Yoruba at some point or another on the sister platform. Please don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to Citizen Ewa on YouTube. Before we proceed, here's something I want you to listen to as well. Listen to this little clip here about a song we're working on. There's going to be a theme track for the platform. Have a listen to a snippet of the track. Here goes. Salam na fake man. Na military man come tell una say una get constitution. No be lie, na fake, na fraud. Last year constitution. Nine dem dey take close una eye o. Make una wake up, make una wake up o. That's it. Make una wake up. We need to wake up. We really need to wake up. What we need to do is do this at a grassroots level. And one of the first things that we really have to address is ourselves and really understand is that each and every one of us, you watching me, and those of you that will watch it later on, you and I, we have the right to self-determination. And the only way we can achieve that is by us working together within our communities. That's the message that we need to set across. Here's a line that I want you to look at. Before I go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. So go ahead. Oops, sorry, is it? 1 second, please. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's a bit, yeah. Go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Hit the notification button and, of course, give us a thumbs up. So please go ahead and do that. What we're talking about here, we're going to talk specifically about the self-determination, and this is for every indigenous people. I'm talking Yorubas, Igbos, Middle Belt, but here is the message that I want to pass on. It's under the UN Charter. It says self-determination. What is self-determination? What is self-determination? It states that peoples based on respect for the principle of equal rights and fair equality of opportunity have the right to freely choose their sovereignty and international political status with no interference. And the key word I want you to look at there, equal, fair and equal opportunity. See that? That word there. That is the word that we really need to focus on. Now, when you think of those words, I want you to now picture, do you have fair equality of opportunity in contraction Nigeria? The answer is no. Because if you look at all of the military posts, majority of them, bar two, is in the hands of the Fulanis and enough. And that is not good. Let's even say you talked about previous governments. It's always been ensured in a way that there is it is not a fair reflection of the people in that contraption, and everything's been designed to enslave and to make us be impoverished. And Nigeria will never work. Let us not kid ourselves. It will never work. So I want us all, just to reiterate again, to understand under the UN Charter, the right of a people to self-determination is a cardinal principle. Let me read it all in its entirety for you. So the right of a people to self-determination is a cardinal principle in modern international law, commonly regarded as jus cogens rule binding. As such, on the United Nations as authoritative interpretation of the Charter's norms, it states that peoples based on respect for the principle of equal rights and fair equality of opportunity have the right to freely choose their sovereignty and international political status with no interference. What does that mean in terms of Nigeria? Now let's look into Nigeria. As I've said, and as many of you have known, we've talked about the fact that that Nigerian constitution is a fraud. It is a unitary government imposed by Fulanese upon the indigenous people with the help of the colonials who created Nigeria. And these are the realities of why Nigeria will never work. As I speak to you, Nigeria is flaring millions upon millions of dollars of gas that could have been making us money that we can use to build roads, school, water, light. Look at the flooding that happened recently. Look at the flooding that happened recently in Bayelsa State. Look at that flooding. Just look at how people have been, devastated. I mean, even corpses are being is floating. And this is crazy. And the government are telling you to believe in one Nigeria. So this is why we are telling you, you have the right to self-determination. Now, one of the things I want to add in all of this is this. We need to be very aware that there is no one person that can be that can lead this self-determination. In my opinion, and that's only my opinion, we must all view ourselves as leaders. And it is very important. The point I'm about to make now is very important. Let's say we make one person the leader. It makes it easy for those who want to ensure we never achieve self-determination to go and attack that person. It makes it easier for them to go and attack that person. And when I say attack, you can use various means. They don't have to actually take them out, physically, but they can give them inducements to weaken their efforts in working towards the common goal that we've all agreed to. So they can say, okay, fine, we'll come and talk to us, and that person will suddenly, they get contracts, they get money, they get whatever, and they forget, they lose the impetus for the common goal of self-determination. So we are better off as a group of people going forward under what the rules I just read in terms of self-determination, explaining it to each and every one of us, making us all know that we are all leaders in this struggle. So that if they put any one person from any one of us at any point, the goal remains the focus, the goal of self-determination for Yoruba nation. Nothing can dissuade it. Whoever they bring in, if they suddenly one leader moves and another one comes in tomorrow, it's the same goal. Another one comes, that same goal. It doesn't change. If they speak to anybody, it's the same goal. That is what we need to focus on. So I just wanted to say that as a way to really provoke this discussion. I'd love to do a live broadcast on this, but I'm still not right physically to be able to do this for too long. After a while, it just gets and it needs a lot of focus on other things as well. But I just wanted to I want you to focus on this line. It states that this is the line I want you to look at. It states that peoples based on the respect for the principle of equal rights and fair equality of opportunity have the right to freely choose their sovereignty and international political status with no interference. You cannot tell me, there's nobody that can tell us that Nigeria is a fair, has equal rights and fair equal opportunity. You could never say that, because it is built, inequality is built into the system. The quota system is an unequal system. By definition, it is actually an apartheid. When they say quota system, they say they are favoring the North. That is not what we want. You need somebody who can provide for everybody equally. And if you have a fair crack at doing things and achieving things, you can't tell somebody, the Fulanis can go and herd cows in the South, but you cannot open beer parlors in the North. That is not fair equality at all. You create Sharia law without seeking consent from the whole of the country, and you now want to spread it across. That is not how that's what these two examples are. What I mean, that Nigeria is not working. It must be dismantled. We have to go our separate way, and we have the right to self-determination. But it is not a job for one person. We must all be on the same goal, one singular goal: Yoruba nation. How to achieve Yoruba nation. Whoever you put as our leader, they will say the mind of millions of us, and they will not change from that fact that goal, that central goal that we're going for Yoruba nation, and that is what we need. So this is about leadership by all, leadership provided by all of us, but that leadership, it needs to have knowledge behind it, knowledge that we can share in our communities. So I'll come and see, hopefully do something in Yoruba that we can share and talk about again, to help us in this struggle. So I hope this makes sense. I'm going to stop here for a while. I just wanted to bring this in as another way of looking at things and manage what's going on. Like I said, I want to make sure that sorry, let me just do that again. You will hear the song again. That's it's coming out. It's going to be the theme song for the platform. But you can hear the snippet of the track. Again, it's all talking about the same thing: our right to self-determination, and that is where we have to really go on. Let's listen to that track, and then we'll wrap it up again before I go. But remember, we have the right to self-determination, and we've explained that in detail. So I hope you can look at that and share it among family and friends. I'll probably come back and do this in broken English as well. But for now, I'll stop here for now. I'll listen to this track again.
Salam na fake man. Na military man come tell una say una get constitution. No be that. Na lie o, na fake, na fraud o. That yeah constitution. Na in dem dey take close una eye o. Make una wake up, make una wake up. Oh.
So the song goes on, So that constitution is a fraud, and you can never achieve anything in a nation that has a fraudulent constitution as its foundation. And that is why we are justified in going for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt. We've tried to go we've looked at the confab report. We've tried to, the confab report was prepared all the way back in 2015 under Goodluck Jonathan's government, and Buhari government has refused to look at it. We've tried. I've been championing that the constitution says this, but we now know that the constitution is full of fraud. The 68 exclusive items means that those of us in the south, the way the large concentration of mineral resources we are prevented from accessing those resources. So the only way forward now, in the absence of the government refusing to rewrite the constitution and actually implement the confab report allowing for regional devolution of powers, then the only other option we have left is to go for self-determination, which is our inalienable right. As you see, it states on here. It states that peoples based on respect for the principle of equal rights and fair equality of opportunity have the right to freely choose their sovereignty and international political status with no interference. That is what self-determination is about, and that's what we are talking about. Anybody talking about self-secession and secession, where they are not understanding what we're saying. This is nothing to do with secession. It's the fact that Nigeria has impoverished us in our own land, and we have that right to go for self-determination. It states so under the United Nations Charter. Ladies and gentlemen, which is the platform where we speak truth to power. Let me just play that track one more time before we move off. A second. Okay, do this. So you will hear it go off again.
Na military man come tell una say una get constitution. No be that. Na lie o, na fake, na fraud o. That yeah constitution. Na in dem dey take close una eye o. Make una wake up, make una wake up. Oh.
So make una wake up. We need to wake up. The confab report will be a good thing to start with for the goal going for self-determination. There's no point about that. But it'll be a good place to start, at least in the discussions. But the government is not even interested in looking at reviewing the constitution. They want it as is, the fraudulent constitution, like 1999 constitution, that has no referendum from the people backing it. And that's why we are totally justified in going for self-determination. So, ladies and gentlemen, I remain committed to the struggle. Yoruba Nation, that's the goal for me. And of course, support Biafra Nation, Middle Belt. And we need to work together with other bodies to achieve that. It's our common goal. Even the Hausas, they need to go for that. But under the UN Charter, that is what we are quoting, and we're showing you that as you're seeing it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. hit notification, a subscription button, hit notification button, give us a thumbs up, help us share the broadcast. Thanks for watching. I'll be back later on to give you more updates. There's a lot more to talk about, but we'll take it in little bits like this. That's what I can manage for now. Only to help with reasons, but I'll be back later on and we'll talk some more. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this beneficial, and if you do, please do share. Give us a thumbs up, like, share, and let us reach more people. Don't forget the track there. It's upcoming. It's going to be the theme song for Citizen AY platform. But help us. Let us know what you think about the comments that we made now. Thanks for watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye. Bye for now.